Hey everyone, Jim here from sunny DeBerry, Florida. This is your go-to channel for all things electric vehicles and the future of sustainable driving. And today we're taking a deep, no fluff dive into the future of EV charging technology. We're talking about what's rolling out right now or hitting the streets almost immediately here in 2026. And then we're going to jump ahead to game changers coming 10 years or more down the line. Think 2035 and beyond. This is going to be an eye-opener on how charging is evolving from a chore into something seamless, fast, and maybe even profitable. Can I predict the future of electric vehicle charging? Well, let's find out. Here's a bold prediction. By the end of this decade, experts are forecasting that global EV sales could push towards 50% market share in many regions, with millions more on the roads worldwide. But the real shocker, charging times could drop to under 10 minutes, adding hundreds of miles of range. And your EV might soon earn you money by powering your home or feeding the grid during peak demand. Stick around because we're going to break it all down in this video. Electric vehicle charging has come a long, long way, but the real revolution is just now kicking off. Today we're exploring cutting-edge advancements, from blazing fast plugs to invisible wireless power. These things are set to make range anxiety a thing of the past, to boost your convenience, to cut your costs, and supercharge our shift to sustainable transportation. Let's be real about where we stand in 2026. Sure, EVs are everywhere, but charging still has many pain points. Most public fast chargers deliver between 150 and 350 kilowatts, meaning a 10 to 80% charge takes 20 to 40 minutes on a good day, if the station's working. If it's not iced out by an EV-hating diesel pickup jacked up on stilts, and if your battery isn't too hot or too cold. Infrastructure is expanding rapidly, tens of thousands of new ports added yearly. But rural areas, apartments without home charging, and long-haul trips still spark charging anxiety. Frequent DC fast charging can also accelerate battery degradation because sometimes it adds extra heat and higher currents during the charge, degrading the battery just a little bit faster. And during peak hours, the grid can feel the strain, leading to higher costs or occasional throttling. These hurdles are exactly what the next wave of technology is designed to crush. So now let's get into that exciting stuff, the technologies that are almost here or technologies that we'll be deploying in 2026. First, ultra-fast and megawatt charging. We are now regularly seeing 400 kilowatt stations become standards on networks like Iona, Walmart, and Mercedes-Benz. And there are even some that are pushing into the 500 kilowatt and even megawatt level for heavy-duty vehicles. Liquid-cooled cables and advanced thermal management keep things cool, so next-gen batteries can handle 10 to 80% in 10 or 15 minutes. We currently easily get a 10 to 80% charge on the Ioniq 5 on a road trip using 400 kilowatt chargers. High voltage 800 volt architecture and improved cells are making this thing real. Think adding 200 plus miles of range during a coffee break or even a bathroom break. In Europe and parts of the US, these things are rolling out fast, and they're rivaling gasoline fill-up stops. Next, we talk about wireless charging, both static and, more importantly, dynamic wireless charging. Static wireless pads for home garages are actually in testing now. They're in parking lots or they're in fleet areas, and they're hitting mainstream here in 2026. And they can deliver between 20 and 50 kilowatts with high efficiency and automatic alignment. No more fumbling with cables when you get home. Just pull up over the pad and start charging. Porsche and others have these inductive systems now that are proving to be very reliable. But the biggest change is dynamic wireless charging. That's the mind blower. Roads embedded with coils to charge your EV while you drive. Trials worldwide are delivering 200 to 300 kilowatts at highway speeds. France just activated a section on their A10 highway, charging trucks and buses and cars all simultaneously. In the US, Purdue tested heavy-duty trucks. And right here in Florida, construction has started on a new toll road that contains this charging technology. It's State Road 516. It's on the western side of the Orlando Metroplex, and it connects Expressway 429 to US Highway 27. They will be opening a 3/4 mile electrified segment for testing at speed. Now, imagine cruising along with continuous power, no stops, smaller batteries required in your car, lighter vehicles, and more importantly, longer range. Hey, let me pause right here for just a quick reminder. Most people who are watching this video are not subscribed to this channel. If you've made it this far, please consider hitting the subscribe button below. I promise it helps the channel grow and it helps me make more videos like this one. Vehicle-to-grid and bidirectional charging is also exploding too. Many 2026 models support this feature, and if not, they will have it via over-the-air updates soon. Your EV charges when the power is cheap or when solar is abundant, and then it feeds it back to the grid during peak demand. You earn credits, it stabilizes the grid, and it helps power your home in power outages. Nissan, Ford, Tesla, Hyundai, GM, and many others are on this path, with AI optimizing it all for dynamic pricing and predictive maintenance. Battery swapping is also holding its own, especially for fleets. And in China, where it's most popular, NIO's network swaps batteries in under 5 minutes at thousands of stations. It's perfect for taxis or delivery vans. They just drive in, swap a fresh pack out, and drive away. No waiting back to 100%, and it's faster than most bathroom breaks. Underpinning much of this is solid-state batteries. 2026 marks the shift from labs to early production. Toyota targets small-scale rollout soon this year, aiming for 450 to 500 watt-hours per kilogram density, up to 50% more range, and a safer chemistry. They also promise 10 to 80% charges in 10 to 12 minutes and lifespans 20 to 40 years. QuantumScape's Eagle line hits production this year as well, pilot production, with real trials showing massive potential. These are not everywhere yet, but they're ramping up fast, enabling ultra-fast charging without the heat issues. As for Donut Labs, the jury is still out, and I consider their claims still to be very nebulous. Picture this unfolding. You're on an expressway, maybe that new State Route 516 by 2028, driving at 70 miles an hour over these embedded coils. Your EV silently pulls in 200 plus kilowatts. Range is climbing without slowing down at all. No plugs, no apps, just endless energy. Say you don't get fully charged and you pull off the highway. Then an automated robotic arm or an inductive pad tops you up in just seconds. Or you might even swap out batteries if you're in a big hurry. Most importantly, your solid-state pack will give you 600 to 900 miles of range, and it'll charge in minutes at new Megawatt stations, and that battery in your new solid-state car will last for decades. Meanwhile, vehicle-to-grid turns your parked EV into a home battery. You sell power back during blackouts or peaks, and you earn an extra $500, $600, $700 a year. The grid gets smarter. EVs absorb the excess solar and wind and discharge it when needed, slashing emissions and costs for everyone. Charging becomes invisible. It's like breathing air for your car. This is not a distant sci-fi pie-in-the-sky dream. Pilots are running now, and they are scaling up rapidly. Like I said, Florida's own electrified road test bed is under construction right now, right here in my own backyard, less than 20 miles from my home. Looking forward to testing that thing out when it comes online. To wrap this up, in 2026 and the near term, ultra-fast chargers, wireless pads, dynamic roads and trials, vehicle-to-grid earning money, battery swaps for fleets, and early solid-state batteries are transforming the future of EV charging, making it faster, more convenient, and grid-friendly. Looking 10 plus years ahead into 2035 and beyond, expect widespread dynamic charging on major highways, extending your range indefinitely. Look for megawatt standards everywhere. Look for solid state or advanced alternatives dominating with 1,000+ mile ranges on new cars and 5-minute charges. Look for near 100% battery recycling, guaranteeing that our landfills will never become toxic because of EV batteries. And EVs as full grid assets in massive virtual power plants that will become the norm. Charging won't be something you do, it'll be integrated, invisible, and revolutionary, making EVs cheaper to own and better for the planet. And most importantly, way more fun than gasoline cars ever were. Now, tell me, which of these technologies blows your mind the most? The dynamic roads charging your vehicle while you drive, the 5-minute battery swaps, the solid-state miracles, or your EV helping pay the electric bill? That would be really fun. Drop your comments below and let's watch the future together. I do try to read every comment and I reply when I can find the time. If you're loving these deep dives into future technology, smash that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications and join in on the adventures with me. We're driving electric toward a brighter and charged up tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you out there or somewhere along the route from point A to point B. Stay electric, stay adventurous, and I'll see you on the next ride.